we are going back to, see, this is a very powerful line. Yogically, this is a very significant line. And we have a similar thing in Ashwapati Yoga. .43. 64.43. See, Ashwapati is going to a region of falsehood, evil. Canto 8. Word of falsehood, mother of evil, and the sons of darkness. He is meeting them all. The word of falsehood, mother of evil, and sons of darkness. This is what we are seeing, sons of darkness, in a way. And here it says, arousing, let's read from the earlier one. The skillful penman's unseen finger wrote, 42, I'm reading 42. A skillful penman's unseen finger wrote, his swift intuitive calligraphy. Earth's form were made his divine documents. The wisdom embodied mind could not reveal. In conscience chase from the world's voiceless breast, transfigured with the fixed schemes of reasoning thought. Arousing consciousness in things inert, he imposed upon dark atom and dumb mass the diamond script of the imperishable. That is the penman, skillful penman. He imposed upon dark atom and dumb mass the diamond script of the imperishable, inscribed on the dim heart of fallen thing a paean song of the free infinite, and name, foundation of eternity. That is what is the name, the foundation of eternity. In the world of falsehood, when he is meeting the mother of evil and the sons of darkness, he is now writing the name. And the name, foundation of eternity. That is the foundation of eternity, name. We have defined what name is here. Definition of name is the foundation of eternity. So she thought upon the Savior name. It is that foundation of eternity she is able to recollect that news. And traced on the awake exultant cells. You see, even our body cells, his body cells now are happy, exultant cells. In the ideographs of the ineffable, the lyric of the love that wastes through time, and the mystic volume of the book of bliss, and the message of the superconscient fire. So he is writing down there the message of the superconscient fire. He is composing the book of bliss. There. Ashwapati. Because of the power of name, which is the foundation of eternity. 57.23. Ashwapati is in the world of night, descend into night. The pilgrim of the night, assassination, he had an assassination of the night and is now meeting night. The rendezvous with the night, you see. Only were safe who kept God in their hearts. Courage their armor, faith their sword. They must walk. The hand ready to smite, the eye to scout, casting a javelin to guard in front, heroes and soldiers of the army of light, regard in front. So they are the ones who are carrying the javelins. The Roman heroes, they used to use, yeah. Heroes and soldiers of the army of light. So here, basically, only were safe who kept God in their heart. That is name. So Savitri is safe here. She is not yet aware, but she has kept that soul, that name in her soul. Fixed her thought upon the Savior name. Then all grew still. That is the power of name. Suddenly, the experience of calm. Large deliverance came, a vast, calm space. A while she moved through a blank tranquility. So in that now calm tranquility, she is moving. Of naked light from an invisible sun. The sun you are not seeing, but the night is naked, pure night. A void that was a bodiless happiness. What a phrase. A void that was a bodiless happiness. That is a blank. Tranquility, blank tranquility. A bliss. Pure light, true light, absolute light alone. Yeah. Nothing else in that. Nothing concealed also. A void that was a bodiless happiness. A blissful vacuum of nameless peace. So, if you are able to seize that name, Savior name, if you are in possession of that Savior name, then you enter into nameless peace. The power of Savior name is nameless peace. What contrast you see? Not poetry. And fix a thought upon the Savior name. Of course, your Savior stands for the calamity, the disaster, the peril of moving through this dangerous world. Savior in that sense. Now, this should not be taken in the theological sense, this word Savior. Savior from sin. No, it's not that, you see. Although it could also mean to some extent that. Christ is Savior, of course He is there, but it's not a mechanical thing. You have to realize the power of it. Then He becomes the Savior. A blissful vacuum of nameless peace. But now, yes, she has attained that peace now. One phase of the journey is over. One lap of the inner journey is over here. Now, but now a mightier dangerous front drew near. She has got peace, but there is still a mightier danger. So, if there is a mightier danger, it means that there should be still a mightier name to say. You see? But now a mightier dangerous front drew near. The press of bodily mind, the inconscious brood of aimless thought and will had fallen from her. Now, bodily mind, the physical mind, that is the obstacle. That is the obstacle, the physical mind. In the case of transformation, the mother was always saying that the bodily mind, she uses purposely all these things, definitely. The press of bodily mind, that is all. The inconscious brute, he is the product of inconscience, the physical mind. It has come up from that, and it is that which is standing across the path of the divine event. You see? Of aimless thought and will had fallen from her. So that has disappeared, that physical spine. Approaching loomed a giant head of life, governed by mind, ungoverned by mind or soul, subconscient was. So it is not now mind or anything else at all. is only life, 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 giant. The full, the sheer power of life alone. It is that now Savitri is facing. He says, a giant head of life. Ungoverned. So, he doesn't obey the rule of mind. He does not know so. It is subconscient, it is vast. It tossed all power into a single drive. It made its power a might of dangerous seas. Into the stillness of a silent cell. So now Savitri is coming here, silent cell. Into the whiteness of his muse of space, a spate, a torrent, a speed of life, broke like a windlash driven mob of waves, racing on a pale floor of summer sand. It drowned its bank, a mountain of climbing waves. So the sea of life is rushing onward now. And Savitri has to face that sea now of life. Silent self. This is giant head of life. See, we have seen now those are several stages, 8 or 10. So this is the next experience Savitri is now having. Into the stillness of silence, into the whiteness of its muse of space, a spade, a torrent of the speed of life, broke like a windlash driven mob of waves. So the strong wind is there and the waves are rushing. It drowned its banks, a mountain of climbing waves. Enormous was its vast and passionate voice. It stands for giant head of life. It cried to her, listening spirit, as it ran, demanding God's submission to chainless foes. That is demand. God must submit to it. Demanding God's submission to chainless foes. You cannot control that foes. A deaf foes calling to a status dumb. 1,000 voices in a muted wall. It claimed a hard support for its clutched joy, for its need to act, the witness shows consent, for its lust of power, her neutral being succeed. Into the wideness of her watching self, it brought a grandeur gust of breath of life. So this next step now, from the giant head, breath of life. Its torrent carried the worst hopes and fears, all lives, all nature's dissatisfied hungry cry, and the longing all eternity cannot fill. So that is that's the longing, the wish, that eternity also cannot fill it. All lives, all nature's dissatisfied hungry cry, and longing all eternity cannot fill. It called the mountain secrecy to the soul, and the miracle of the never dying fire. It spoke to some first inexpressible ecstasy hidden in the creative beat of life. Out of the neither unseen deeps, it tore its lure and magic of disordered bliss. Into earth light poured its maze of tangled charm and hurried draught of nature's primitive joy. So this is the vintage of the first part of primitive joy, and the fire and mystery of forbidden delight drunk from the world libido's bottomless well. So that is the deeper psychology. You are drinking from the lower and subconscient. Libido's bottomless well, and the honey sweet poison wine. The wine is poisonous, but it is honey sweet. You don't know that, you see. Honey sweet poison wine of lust and death, but dreamed vintage of glory of life's God. So this is what the giant head of life, that great life is up to. A honey sweet poison wine of lust and death, dreamed a vintage of glory of life's God, and felt a celestial rapture's golden sting. This is what she drinks, life. the cycles of the infinity of desire, they keep on constantly repeating. And the mystic that made an unrealized world wider than the known and closer than the unknown. Wider than the known. So it is much more than what we know, and it is close enough what we don't know. In which hunt forever the hounds of mind and life, tempted a deep, dissatisfied urge within to long for the unfulfilled and ever far, and makes life upon a limiting earth a climb towards summits vanishing in the void in search of the glory of the impossible. So this is the search of the giant head of life moving forward, you see.